Hello, my name is Quinn Johnson, and I am a student at the Indigenous Community Legal Clinic, located in downtown Vancouver. This video has been recorded on the unceded ancestral territory of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and Stolo nations. Today, I'm going to be covering how to fill out the online police complaint form step by step. This video is part of the Lived Law project series on police interactions. Before watching this video, we suggest you first watch our video, Police Complaints, What to Expect. Finding the complaint form is the first step in filing a complaint with the Vancouver Police Department. Navigate to the appropriate webpage. The body that investigates police complaints is referred to as the Office of the Police Complaint Commissioner, more simply referred to as the OPCC. In order to navigate to the necessary website, you can either type out this link into your internet search bar or simply type OPCC make a complaint into Google or whichever search engine you prefer. Once you have navigated to this page, there are two options for submitting a complaint. You can either select the printable PDF copy of the complaint form, for which you will have to fill it out and mail it to the 5th floor, 947 Fort Street, P.O. Box 9895, Station Provincial Government, Victoria, British Columbia, B8W 9T8. The faster and simpler way to file your complaint is online through the option provided at the bottom of the screen. This one will allow you to submit the complaint immediately once you complete it. The online complaint form only provides the gender-neutral title of doctor. However, the title is not a required portion of the form. So if you do not identify with any of the titles provided, it may be best to simply not include one. Your first name and last name are required, as well as your date of birth. In order for the complaint to progress, the OPCC needs to be able to contact you, so it is important that you provide at least one way for them to contact you: your address for mail, your phone number, your email, or all of the above. The demographics section of the form is entirely optional, and you do not have to fill it out if you are uncomfortable. This information is confidential. It is primarily for the OPCC to be able to report on what folks are utilizing the complaint process for. For the details of the complaint section, you must fill out each area to the best of your ability. If you do not know the exact date or time, provide your closest estimates. Under where the incident happened, be as specific as you can. Street names, the exact address, that may even be your home address, local landmarks it happened near, a park the event happened in, or businesses the event occurred out front of can all be beneficial to identifying where the incident occurred. If you simply do not know where exactly the event occurred, you can say general areas as well, such as downtown or Chinatown. When you select the name of the police department involved, more fill-in options will appear. The first selection is to include the police file number if there is one that you are aware of. If there isn't one that you're aware of, or you just do not know it, feel free to skip that area. The same applies to the name or badge number of the officers. If you do not know, there is no need to fill the section out. If you know some of the information, feel free to include what you are aware of. For the area that asks whether there were any witnesses, they are only asking for witnesses that you are able to identify and provide contact information for. There may have been witnesses, but unless you can identify them with their information, they are not relevant to this area on the form. In the area asking you to describe your injuries, include any injury that you may have suffered, be it physical or psychological. Physical injuries can include more minor things like scrapes and bruises, or more serious things that required medical attention. Psychological injury may be a fear of police or a lack of feelings of safety, for example. Whatever harms you feel you endured as a result should be included. In the area marked for whether you receive treatment for your injuries, this may include medical attention for physical injuries or psychological treatment such as counseling or therapy for psychological harms. The section that asks you what your complaint is about is the main part of your complaint, where you can tell the story of what happened, how it made you feel, and any harms you experienced as a result of the actions. Start by writing out the story of what occurred, then consider questions posed on the form. What was it about the officer's behavior that led you to feel the need to complain? Was their force excessive? Did they violate your privacy? Based on what you feel they did wrong, what do you feel they should have done instead? Should they have spoken to you in a better manner? Should they have simply not used force? Should they have provided you with better service or protection? Identify any injuries or damage to you or your property as a result of what the police did or did not do. Did they break down your door? That may cause psychological injury and fear or lack of safety, and also cause damage to your door that results in a monetary expense. Did they use force on you that broke your arm and ruined your purse? That is a physical injury and damage to your possessions. If you have any evidence of what occurred, be it photos, videos, audio recordings, or your medical records, indicate that in this section. You do not have to provide them at this time, only make it known that you have it. There's a 12-month period for which complaint needs to be made, starting on the day of the incident that the complaint is about. If you are filing your complaint after this time period, you can explain why it was delayed in this area and try to have them accept your complaint anyways. It may also be to your benefit if you can show that it is actually in the public interest for them to consider your complaint. This may be because it is a unique area of complaint or because the conduct was so awful it needs to be denounced. Overall, the most important things for you to include are your side of the story, what the police did wrong, and how it negatively affected you. The complaint resolution section provides for the opportunity for mediation or an alternative complaint resolution process. Consider what you want out of making this complaint. If it is something that could be provided to you through mediation and a resolution agreement, then this may be a good path for you to follow. If your motivation for filing the complaint is to see more serious consequences, or you simply do not want to have to interact with the other party in a mediation or conflict resolution type setting, then you do not need to check this box. For the final steps, fill in your name and check the box under the declaration after reading it over and ensure that you're okay with what it says. Click the box to indicate you are not a robot and submit your complaint when you are ready. Thank you for watching.
All Live Law Project content is provided by law students for informational purposes only. It is not and should not be considered legal advice. We're not suggesting that you make legal decisions based on any content included as part of this project without seeking legal or other professional advice. We cannot guarantee the accuracy of our content. The information in this project may not apply to you if you don't live in British Columbia or if the law has changed.